Hey guys, Mark here with the Big Yellow Bus again. This episode's all about solar panels and how to mount them to your bus or van. So the concept should apply to most large vehicles. Even a four-wheel drive, you could probably fit one of these on if you wanted to, and you can do it really cheaply. Don't go and buy those four-wheel drive 12 or 24 volt panels. This here is 440 watts and it's 150 bucks. The rails to fit it on, probably about 200 bucks. So we're gonna show you how to do a really powerful, quite cheap, and very sturdy solar system on our bus today. All right, time to talk specs on this $150 solar panel, guys. So this is a Jinko 440 watt matte black series panel, which means it's got the matte front glass here, matte black frame. It's 30 mil thick, 1.75 meters wide, 1.15 meters deep. It weighs 21 kilos. It will fit on the roof of, say, a four-wheel drive, or quite easily a few of them on a bus. So what we're going to get out of that is 440 watts at 39.57 volts, which is going to produce about 13.7 amps at that voltage per panel. All right, now on to the setup. So I'm going to be using 3 of these panels just because of space on the bus. When you're setting up your panels on your bus, make sure to plan it all out. There's a few people I've seen build their bus, they've put their max fan in or put something on the roof like an aircon, and then they've had to jumble their system of panels, either having mismatched panels or they can't fit what they wanted to. So make sure you plan out your panels probably first and then fit your aircon and your max fan into the spaces you've got to work with. As you've seen, I did those sort of after the solar system. So the setup on our bus is going to be 3 times 440 watt panels, which is going to give us 1320 watts on paper. It can overproduce and it can underproduce depending on the light and shading you get. My cheat sheet fell on the floor. One moment. So we're back. It's 1320 watts at 127 volts, which is going to give us at the controller, where I'm using a 150 volt 70 amp Victron controller, it's going to give me 46 amps on paper at 24 volt. That's going to be around 92 amps at 12 volt if you were running a 12 volt system. All right, let's talk mounting now. So a lot of people with their panels, you got to think about this. You don't want your panels flying off your roof like Philly and Keely had with their van in the centre of Australia, or if you pop rivet it using some of those horrible Z brackets. I'll show you an example here of what can happen. You want to make sure your solar panels are mounted sturdily, something that can take cyclone ratings, because that's essentially what you've got on the roof when you've got a road train coming at you. So with this system, I'm going to be using, matching to the solar panels, Clenergy Elite solar racking. It is aluminium railing and it comes with its own proprietary brackets that hold down across quite a long length of the panel to hold it down nice and tight. It also comes with its own little brackets, a few different types you can get. I'll show you on the roof the brackets we use to mount it. In mounting the rails, I used 4.7 meter lengths of this. I did have to extend it. You'll see that a little later on. Each length costs about 38 bucks. They're not that expensive to get. There is other systems you can use like Unistrut, but I found supply of that was very hard to get. And if you mount the panels that low, cleaning under the panels when you want to clean your roof can be quite difficult. This does allow a good air gap under the panels to cool the panels and insulate the roof a little bit from heat and rain noise, etc. So enough talking, let's show you how to get all this up on there. This is the layout of the roof of the bus, I think. Pretty sure I'm happy with it. That's the front of the bus, that's the back of the bus.
Oh, so I'm driving.
Yes, you're in the passenger seat where you normally would be. The door is over there. From what I can gather, the cooktop's going to be about here. So there's a little bit from it to the fan, but it'll still work. But I'm not going to have a panel over the front. To be honest, if I put another one of these panels, it'll be like out the front like a car carrier.
Oh, he does have a 4th panel.
Did buy
just
a
not
panel
here.
Because originally we weren't going to run a Dometic air conditioner. We were actually going to run one of the house split systems on the back. Drama. So we're just going to go with the caravan style unit. Should work fine. And with these 3 panels, I'll be able to run that thing day in, day out.
And this has had a number of configurations today, hasn't it? We've had things together, things separated, panels together, panels separated.
Well, my original plan was 2 panels at the back and then having this panel here, that where it was for the vapes, and then the aircon was going to be there. But Fip didn't want the aircon ADB, don't come up yet, She didn't want this thing, which is the aircon unit,
the inside
right
bit,
next to the max fan on the inside. So splitting them all up will make it look better inside the bus, and it also puts the aircon closer to the bed, which is probably good for hot nights.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now the fun part, got to get all this up on the roof, and I've only got like that much room to not make a mistake with where the layout is. So just picked up the 4.7 meter solar rails, and how good is it when it goes from there and fits there? 4.7 meters, perfect, lovely. So these are the solar rails I've got. Pretty standard solar rails, same, very similar to the ones we've got on the roof of the house actually, except these ones are black because cool. They come in, the ones that I could get were 4.7 meters long. I need 5 meters long, so I do have to add a bit. You do that, don't move anywhere. You do that by adding in, it's called a splice, which goes on the other side. It joins two rails together. However, I don't want to just put one of these and add 200 mil, because there is going to be a solar panel fixed to the end, and I worry about flex. So I'm cutting it back a bit over a meter, and then we're going to add the length to make it up to 5 meters long using a splice. So I've got one more to cut. Let's cut it. Now let's get the rack on. So we've got the rack here, and then beside it we've got my Sika 227, and we've got the little bracket here. So this little bracket, you'll see, it's just your standard tin roof bracket for mounting. It's serrated on one side to hold the rail, that rail there. It does have a rubber backing on it to help it seal against the thermo shield, sorry. And then obviously you put the Sika is going to go down first, then the bracket, then I've got a stainless steel bolt with a stainless steel washer, and then Sika all the way around everything, on top of everything, and try and make it as sealed as I possibly can. I've got to do that, what's this, 16 more times, and fill all the holes in. Let's go. Look at that, how cool is that? We've got a rack in, so we've got both bars. Hang on, let me move my head out of the way. You'll see there's one over there too. So we've got both bars in, all the little L brackets are in, all the washers are in. As you can probably see over my shoulder, there is a lot of Sika. Being someone who's had roof leaks, this thing is not going to leak, and that's bloody sturdy. Once I get some crossbars in, and once the solar panels are on, it's really gonna be rock solid. It is a little longer than I need, but I can trim either end off if I need to. Probably won't, but I can if I want to.
I swear I'll leave this man alone for a few minutes and he has wrangled up a solar panel.
I got this up your abode. I put a doona over the rail and over the ladder and just
Slid.
Put it over my back, walked up, slid it on. Worried about the glass cracking as I pivoted it, but it pivoted over onto the other rail and she's up here. It's got some sturdiness to it. We'll see how it goes.
Looking good. All right, it's the start.
It's getting up there.
It's getting there. I still want to do something fun. Can I write my initials under there or something? You know, like you do in concrete? Okay, that's a no. All right.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
You don't do ladders. Why are you up here?
I'm just here. I'm third ladder up. I don't go any higher. So,
yeah.
Do you want to give a quick explain what you're doing?
The solar panel's gone up. First panel's on. Big panel. I'm just getting a little bit of thing so the wind doesn't take it away, because Melbourne's been having some pretty crazy wind. Yeah.
Gotta love that.
They don't overhang as bad as I thought. They're halfway between this and the gutter.
Okay, well, I tell you what, I will leave you to it and I'll come back to you in a minute.
Time to put solar panels on the roof. I've already done one. I'm terrible at filming things. Highly recommend, if you're going to do this with house panels, don't tilt it too far, Angus, run the cables to the end you're planning on working with the cables. So I've run them down to that end so they'll be near the roof rack so they're not in the middle. Makes it a lot easier to get to them once they're up there. Anyway, blanket, roof, rail, time to go up. Look at that. I've done this before, promise.
Once.
Alright.
Alright, hold on to both ends.
Up to there.
Right.
Now we just feed it up.
Watch the roof beam.
Yeah, I've done it before.
I know. Look at that.
And then it's on.
Now you got to get up there with it
Yeah.
and get the blanket out from under it.
Unlike the other one, I've got to make sure it's centered. That
Yeah.
one's a centimetre too far over. I've got to shimmy that one. And the blanket's not too bad.
Alright. Give Angus the blanket and you can get up there before it turns into a sail and flies down to Traralgon.
Well, I stole the blanket off Sifa. He probably wants it back.
Oh, yeah, Sifa won't be impressed.
Alright, so because I've used Clenergy solar rails for my rack, this is the bracket to use. So it's for a 30mm solar panel and it comes with this little proprietary little clamp down the bottom. Pretty easy to deal with. I'll show you how to plug them all in and make it cyclone rated. Go. So you've got a tall side and a short side. So we'll pop that one in. So you go short first and then you pop it in like that. And then you've just got to tighten them up. Once you've got it where you want it, left and right, clamp him down. He holds down nice and tight. All right, up on the roof now, getting these solar panels all wired together. So they come with MC4 connectors here. However, MC4 connectors, they're not recommended to be interchanged. So I've got a whole bunch of my own MC4 connectors that I'm going to be rewiring the panels because these cables are way too long, and joining them all together. And then you'll see, let's have a little look over here. You'll see we've got this little guy just here that I've drilled a hole in the roof. I've got to put some primer on it, run a cable up. So this is going to be the negative wire. And I'm just running that all the way to the first panel, all the way down there. All right, so when you get house panels like these, which is a very cheap way to get a lot of power on your roof, they come with a power cord on each side because they're designed to be sort of joined together with panel. So what I've done is obviously ran the power from there, zip tied it along to here, and then I've ran it to here, and I've done the same with this panel over here. So that one's coming over here. So basically you go your positive to your negative to your positive to your negative to bring them all up in series, because that's how I'm running these. Then you get them to the middle here. I'm going to be cutting these off, so I don't need these big tails, and I'm going to get rid of these connectors and use my own. And then we're just going to zip tie these in here, nice and simple. All right, so the panels are all wired together. I didn't get much footage because I've only got one ladder, and it's really hard to film in there when you're trying to fiddle around and crimp and zip tie and get everything controlled. But now you'll see everything's back here. We've got it to our little Duva that's under here, and you'll see some conduit just there which goes all the way to the floor. Everything's all linked together, all the positives to that panel and then whoop, to this panel and then back in there. So it's all in series, all 1300 odd watts are in series. There's not going to be much shading, so if you actually look, there's probably about 8 centimeters here, so it's going to be pretty low on the horizon to actually get there. So next up we've just got to put a little bit of butyl tape, which I've got, where is it, here. So butyl tape, going to cut that for this guy, and then obviously some silicone, a couple of screws, waterproof. And won't you look at that, the 3 solar panels, the rails, the max fan, the air conditioner, all up on the roof. Big couple of days jobs, but all done. Now I've got to wire it all in, but that's a whole nother episode when I'm doing all the wiring, but it's all sitting up here ready to get on to the next job. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please consider liking the video and giving it a subscribe to follow me on my next journey of what I'm going to do with this bus next. Thank you very much for watching along, guys. See you in the next one. All right.
For those of you who are interested, Sifi Cam. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you, sweetie. He found a nook. He's a happy cat. and back to sleep. What a life.